So Britain now has to create a Turkish general who would appear to the Turkish people as a savior who has come down from the heavens with his hands resting on the wings of angels to save the Turkish people. And so at a place called Gallipoli, a man named Mustafa Kemal inflicts a defeat on the ruling state in the world, Britain, and immediately climbs the ladder to become the hero of all heroes in Turkish history. Very convenient, isn't it?
The Turks contained the Anzac breakout at the Cove. Gallipoli made a hero out of Mustafa Kemal. Within 8 years, he became his country's leader, earning the name Ataturk, father of the Turks.
And a British army under General Allenby, with many Arabs and Punjabi Muslims fighting faithfully under his control, attacked the Turkish garrison which was defending Jerusalem, defeated it, and liberated the Holy Land. This was a joyous day for the Jews, because now the countdown is really moving forward and the golden age is coming back. By 1919, the Ottoman Empire was in shambles, falling apart.
Many of the new states carved out of the Ottoman Empire turned their backs on it and each other. But more than successor states were involved. Britain and France took over the Middle East after World War I, and Soviet communism took over most of the Balkans after World War II. While restructuring the societies under their control, these 20th century occupiers did what they could to erase the Ottoman legacy.
And from this emerged now the Turkish Republic, which replaces the Ottoman Islamic State. Mustafa Kemal now takes over. He is in fact de facto ruler over the Ottoman Empire, and the Khalifa is just a piece of furniture.
He forced foreign invaders out of the Ottoman heartland and declared the independent Republic of Turkey. Kemal, later known as Ataturk, turned his back on the Ottoman past and its capital, Constantinople, and built a new capital, inland, at Ankara.
Sharif al-Hussein realized that he was in grave danger now. So long as there was a Khalifa in Istanbul, the British needed him. But now that the Caliphate was destroyed, abolished, Sharif al-Hussein now realizes the plan. He says, oh my gosh, they're going to send Abdulaziz ibn Saud to cut my throat now.
Sharif Hussein was also betrayed in his own part of the world, where the British had promised the Sauds to take over Najd and Hijaz. So not only he was not given an Arab kingdom, but his autonomous rule that was a tradition and accepted by the Ottomans, he was lost to the tribal coalition of the Sauds, yes, with British help, and he spent his last days in Cyprus, of all places.
They had to make the trip to Riyadh to meet, what's his name? Abdulaziz ibn Saud, correct name? Of course it's the correct name. Why are you afraid to mention it? And then he will attack and take control of the Haramain. And when once he does that, he won't make the mistake of ever claiming the Khilafah for himself. And he will never allow anyone else to claim the Khilafah, because no one else can take the control of the Hijaz and the Haramain from them, because they are supported by Britain. And so goodbye to the Khilafah. It's gone. It can never be restored. Never, never, never be restored. So long as Britain and the United States of America underwrite the security of the Saudi state, you can never, never, never restore the Khilafah.
With the Ikhwan, Ibn Saud was able to conquer an area greater than Western Europe. Ibn Saud was even more determined to complete his conquest. In 1926, he took possession of Mecca and Medina, the two holiest sites in Islam. This provided him with an important source of revenue, fees from the annual pilgrimage to Mecca called the Hajj.
He charged Muslims to make the Hajj to Mecca. They had to pay a fee to be allowed into Saudi Arabia, and that's how he lived, frugally.
By 1932, Ibn Saud had conquered the vast territory between the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. He would name it after his family, Saudi Arabia, and proclaim himself king.
Can Mullah Umar have been recognized as the Khalifa? No, why not? Because when the Hajj comes, Amir al-Mu'mineen Mullah Umar will have to apply for a Saudi visa to perform the Hajj. Huh? And if the Saudis reject the visa, the Khalifa can't perform the Hajj. But Mustafa Kemal said, the Turkish people love their Khalifa. So if Europe could have a pope, why can't we have a pope too? This was simplistic thinking on the part of Mustafa Kemal. If the Europeans could have a pope, well, so too can we. So the new Turkish government of Mustafa Kemal decided to take the Khilafah and remove from it all political authority and make the Khalifa the equivalent of the Pope. This was 1922. And things were going fine for him. Turkish people were happy. Khilafah is still there. And the leadership of the revolution in Turkey were very happy because we have a secular state now, modeled after the European state. Britain demanded of Mustafa Kemal that he must abolish the Khilafah. The demand came from Britain. And on the 3rd of March 1924, the Turkish Republic abolished the Khilafah. The question we have to ask is, why did they do it when there was no need to do it? Nothing. It represented no threat whatsoever to the secular Turkish Republic.